Yes, people, and welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and share if you are new on the road to a very slow, forget my words out, slow 400. But listen, we move, and it's good to be back. Another week, as I say, another dollar, another euro, another cent spent. And yeah, it's been quite a unproductive week for certain clubs. And when I say unproductive, yes, they may have got through to the knockout stages, but mate, that kind of football that I was watching was total dross, absolute dross. And we will be talking about that this evening. And also we'll be talking about the transfer window. As I say, look, everything is really slow at the moment. Whilst the Euros are going on, the Copa America is going on, you know, we're not really hearing a lot. Lots of rumours and lots of links. But as soon as this competition finishes, then we expect to see things pick up. And hopefully that will be the case for Arsenal. And I would hope it will be the case for all other clubs, Man United, Chelsea, Tottenham, Liverpool, such delights. But listen, I'm going to stop waffling on. But as I say, please hit that like button, subscribe and share if you are new. So without further ado, I'm going to stop waffling and get in my guests, Mr. Big D, Mr. JP.
Sir. Yes, fellas.
How's everybody doing? How's everyone doing, man?
All right, man. It's so nice. I'm nice because the sun is nice.
Sun is good out there, isn't it? It's nice, man.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Man.
It's just a shame it's just a shame that we're landlocked and don't get no sea breeze, because the sea breeze with it would be just the one, you know the ones?
Yeah. I mean, it's been long awaited, isn't it? This summer. I mean, the first start, a couple of weeks of June was just like I had to turn on central heating. I'll tell you.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, man.
It was well cold, you know what I mean?
I refused to do it, no. I won't turn it on in June, man.
It was mad, innit? Well, when I'll be coming in like 4:30 in the morning, and I see the smoke coming out the side of the house, I'll be like, the heating's on. Nah, brother. Because I actually said to my mom, I washed my winter coat and put it away. I had to take it out again. How cold the nights we're getting.
We got Craig.
Yes, Craig.
Can we skip to the point? At this point, thank you for watching the show, people. Good night and God bless.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Craig's called it right there.
Listen, enough people want Man United, this England side to get kicked out of this thing, because what I'm seeing is just absolute dross, mate. Absolute dross. 3 games, 5 points. Yeah. What, 2? I think 2 goals scored in 3 games.
Yeah.
Bellingham. Let's say the opposition. It's not like it's top-notch opposition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Big up, Mr. Craig, man. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you.
But you see what he said? He said it's Calvin Phillips' fault, mate. I mean, are you serious, bro?
Look,
I can't believe he said that.
Before we get to that, man, I've got to go around and ask each one's mood. So before we do that, you know what I mean? Because this man is doing us in mentally, so he's not doing you mentally. So Big D, quickly, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. On a doubles today, which is kind of mad in the heat, you know what I mean? So I had to get a little kipping when I got back. But and then out tonight. So hopefully it might cool down a little bit tonight. Saying that, it's been staying at about 22 till about 11:30 or so, 12 o'clock, you know. Because I'm in the car thinking, it can't be 22 degrees outside still at 12 o'clock at midnight. So that's just been in, because that just screams Caribbean for me, you know what I mean? When I used to go and do my gigs and be dragging that drum kit back to the yard at midnight, sweating buckets, you know what I mean? So I was like, this is Caribbean settings, man. Can't even argue with that. But yeah, man, everything else is nice.
Got my trusted fan.
Yeah, man, you and me both, bro.
Just keep
Jay.
Yeah, mate.
The opposite hot boy.
No, Jay's got air conditioning.
No, I've got one in the aircon unit, so I've got one.
That's what I'm saying. You got air conditioning.
No, not a proper aircon.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, how you doing, Jay? Anyway,
I'm good. You know, I haven't left the house today, so I've just been sitting in here roasting.
Right.
Murphy's. But no, it's good. I'm enjoying the sun. I can't complain.
No.
It won't last long, so we might as well enjoy it.
Yeah, the record's gonna dip soon, isn't it? Next couple of days.
Yeah. South Clown definitely eats chicken with no seasoning.
you know, Lumsky, I was actually thinking when we're gonna do if England make the final, we should do a watch along.
You know what, bro? Do you know what? We should do that. You know, there's two ways of doing it. I've just seen this new platform that's come out. I've picked up the this app. What's it called? I'll tell you what it's called. Playback. I don't even know if you've heard about it.
Shouldn't we all be in your studio? Shouldn't we all be in the Numsky studio?
Yeah, so you can be in the studio, but this playback thing is quite good because I've got to look into it a little bit more, but you can do it. The way to set it up, it's a little bit like like this does. It's a little bit like there's Twitter Space kind of thing. You can join, but even so, if not, we can do it this way. I don't mind. I prefer.
Has anyone got Sky Glass? Has anyone got Sky Glass?
No, we ain't got Sky Glass.
No, I haven't got that. No.
Well, you got Sky Glass, have you?
You know what? I've had it since it first came out. But
Man's got Sky Glass.
No, but you could.
I said, Jake, said final watch along. You sure about this? We ain't getting to no final, bro.
I know, crazy, man.
If we do get to final, we'll definitely do a watch along.
But with Sky Glass, you can do like a watch along from in your own space. Like you can all share and watch the same.
Oh, right.
It's quite cool, but I don't know no one else. The problem is I don't know no one else has got it, so I've never used it before.
Sorry, we've got Sky Glass.
Yeah, I just had to. Well, saying that,
I've got a mirror. I'm
always behind because it's streaming. I'm always 20 seconds, 30 seconds behind everyone else.
Yeah.
But you got what you call fiber straight to the house.
Yeah. Fiber.
You got full fiber. You got full fiber.
Full fiber. Straight in.
Yeah.
We're not advertising. We can't say the names, so we're not going to advertise.
Yeah.
I'm with that new one that came to London, Norms.
All right, that one.
All right.
Yeah. It's good to be part of the community. That one, yeah.
Yeah, that one. There you go.
That one.
Yeah, but here's a joke. I got an email from Netflix telling me that my Apple TV is dusty. From the end of the month, I can't use that. I can't use the Apple TV to watch Netflix. So I had to go and buy a 4K one. Yeah, they told me that. Yeah, man, you're using the dusty whatever generation 3 or 2. I was like,
so what? You have to upgrade?
Yeah, I just bought a 4K Apple TV so that I can do my Amazon Prime and my Netflix on the big TV. Because they're saying that, it said that.
You might as well just bought a TV.
Yeah, I should have just bought a new TV, to be fair.
With the TV, obviously all the TVs have got all the apps in the TV.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I do have an app on that TV, but because it's a older model, it's a 2015 TV, it probably won't be as sharp. So I thought right now it's cheaper to buy a new Apple TV than it is to buy a whole. Because I got what have I got? 60-inch.
Yeah, I've seen that TV. It's about as big as your house.
The TV's as big as the yard, isn't it? So I just bought the Apple TV 4K, which was all right. Yeah, I got a good deal on that. So mad though.
We've just done our adverts for Apple, and if anybody,
man, that's terrible.
I don't even use my Apple TV. It's sitting somewhere.
Listen, I've got one as well. The little thing my missus bought for years ago. It just sit there, man. And she looked at me. When I get you presents, you just waste them. I just collect them. It's like, you know what I mean? I've got to start using these things, man. You know what I'm saying? But
whoa, what happened there?
Who's playing now?
You got Ukraine, Belgium. I got both games on Ukraine, Belgium, and Slovakia, Romania. I think Belgium just scooped the ball out of the net. The goalkeeper.
Oh right, so you don't know it didn't go over the line then.
No, it didn't go over the line.
Right, okay. Well, because the referee would have probably looked at his watch. But yeah, no. Well, saying that, there's a chance that England could play any one of those teams that finish in. Is it in the group E? If they finish third, or they could play the Netherlands, who finished third. And
I just saw this, Craig. I saw this on
I saw that
on the one football.
So I hope everything's okay, and he's had to leave temporarily. So I'm assuming whether
he ain't coming back. He ain't coming back.
You don't think so?
Nah, he'll come back.
They said temporarily, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's only Germany as well, so
it's not like a long flight.
It's not like he's gone miles away.
It's not that bad. But yeah, listen. Before we get into the show, obviously we are going to talk about any transfer ins and outs and all of that, and also I kind of put in the title PSR loophole in full effect. Yeah, there's a new deadline day of the 30th of June, so there's a deadline day, PSR deadline day, 30th of June. Clubs like Everton, clubs like Chelsea, clubs like Aston Villa doing little business between each other. I think even Ez was talking about them selling Maatsen and getting one of their academy players that's played 157 minutes, paid 19 million for him.
Wow.
So, obviously, there are loopholes, to get it. They're not doing wrong. It's just that the way I look at this, guys, is that let's just talk about a little bit about that in the sense that I feel sorry for those players because now it just seems like they're just a commodity in the sense.
Sorry, Noel. Can't you see that Craig wants to talk about England?
Right, listen. I'll tell you what. Let's talk about England. Let's talk about England. So listen. So, but my second point, is these England players need to man up, or is the criticism too harsh from pundits and fans, and to maybe use this as a kind of that double-edged sword question? Do you think these crop of England players are too overrated by the media and fans? Now, listen. We are going to talk about. Let's talk about it then, Craig. Let's engage. Let's all four of us engage on this. 4 of us on the show, so let's engage. England yesterday, guys. Talk to me. What was that? I put on there. I don't know if you can see at the bottom of my what do you call it? The ticky tape thing. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And on the ticky tape, it says England or something about hitting the reset button. And I said, you're having a laugh. This came out, it was all in the newspaper. I'm hearing little buzzwords. Oh, we need to reset and
hit the reset button.
Southgate, Northgate, Westgate coming out saying we need to hit the reset button. They're having a laugh. Yesterday was probably even worse than the Denmark game.
Yeah, I think it was.
That dross that was what was given to us yesterday. Absolutely dross, man. Do you know what I mean? And the players they look void of ideas. I think I even texted on our platform that Slovenia look more proficiently, technically proficiently against the way they're knocking the ball around, playing triangles and that. It's like when England got the ball, it's like they didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? They just didn't look comfortable on the ball. And players that we think are quality players, these are players that are done well in their own prospective leagues and clubs. And now you've got a bunch of players. Are these players overrated? Or is it Southgate? What is it? Talk to me, guys. Talk to me.
Well, for me, it's a little bit of both in terms of what players do for their clubs is not transferable to the national team for whatever reason. And if you think about it, over the decades of England football, is that the press has always got on the England team or always overhyped them before the tournament starts. So straight away, that pressure, even though they say they're not listening, these guys are on their phone. Trust me, they are seeing the comments. They are, they were talking about the footballing pundits, i.e. those that played for England, now are in the Sky Sports and ITV and BBC studios. They should remember they had poor tournaments as well.
Yeah,
and so that is a fair point, because I remember how Rio and them mans all got in their feelings when they were getting cooked. Now they're the people cooking. So it is a little bit, look in the mirror for me. Look in the mirror, guys, because you've been there and you know the pressure of the press before they kick a football. And so and then the Southgate thing, he's coming out with stuff that's just burying himself. Calvin Phillips, come on, bro. That's what you're saying is having your team unbalanced. One player.
Oh, he's dropped out.
Yeah, he's going to drop out. I think he's trying to do his wireless.
Okay, right.
Yeah, put his wireless through. So I look at that and say, this is not sustainable talk. And sometimes Southgate needs to shut up and just not say silly stuff like that, because straight away, anyone playing in midfield saying, what we're next bad in midfield because we ain't got Calvin. And even if they respect Calvin as a player.
He even talked about, and that's what I'm saying about keeping his mouth quiet. He even talked about, trying Trent as an experiment. You can't be experiment in a competition. Right. You should have sorted that out from time. Yeah.
But you know how the left is unbalanced?
Yeah.
It's a simple fix, right? Play Saka at left back and start Anthony Gordon. That's your left-sided thing sorted. But he won't even. It's almost like, bro, Luke Shaw ain't getting fit. Well, he's already decided he ain't getting fit.
Has he started training?
Apparently not.
So why bring a player that's not fit? You've got a player that's just sitting there. When
England always do this, Norm. If you think about how many tournaments England have bought part-fit players to, said, oh yeah, they'll get fit while the tournament's going on.
That's ridiculous.
Because is it Chilwell from Chelsea? He was fit, right? Yeah, he's not injured, is he? Right.
No, so I think he came back late in the season, didn't he, Chilwell?
Yeah,
that's probably why he wasn't.
Yeah, but he was still fit when the season ended. So at least bring him to England training camp to see how fit he is.
I mean, he's crap, but
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But he naturally plays there, though, Jay. I just said to Norman, if you heard it.
In their other left backs, in the other left backs.
It's got to be other left backs.
There's got to be. It can't be just. And who plays left back for Chelsea? No, that's what's the name, isn't it? No, I'm trying to think of an English player, a decent English, just someone that's got a decent left foot and can defend. Get him out there, because, as I say, availability is the best ability. And the thing about it, Luke Shaw is not. And even if he was to come back now, you can't chuck him in now in these knockout games now, because he's not really he's not match fit.
And he shows it when he's not match fit. He's not the same.
He'll get crucified, mate. He'll be running in treacle.
Yeah.
Against a quick right wing. But I said to Jay, I said to Normski when you was doing your headphone, you might have heard this. I said his quick fix is, and Saka won't like this, but to play Saka at left back and start Anthony Gordon at left wing. That solves your left-hand problem.
Because I think
going forward.
Came out and said that.
Ian Wright, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah, I heard him.
And the thing is, just because you're in a bad spot, and Saka has played there for Arsenal. I'm not saying regular, but if it's a team, man, then it's like, you know what? I'm doing this for the England team. You know what I mean? You could buy it.
Come on, you need a striker, don't you? This is what Arsenal's saying. We won't take no less than 50 million. No, we ain't going to get 50 million for him. Come on.
But you see this foolishness, right? Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I don't know if you saw that. Aaron cost us 50 mil.
Yeah.
Man's offering 10 million euros.
Is that Everton?
No,
it's a foreign team.
Oh, foreign team.
Galatasaray or someone like that.
Oh, the Everton.
10 million euros for Wan-Bissaka.
Is Everton interested in him? I think Everton are interested in him and what's your Lindelof?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I get that, you know. Yeah, I get,
because maybe you could do a little deal with a Braithwaite thing, you know. Because
fair enough.
But you think it can't be 2 for 1 though. You can't get 2 defenders for 1 defender that hasn't proved himself yet.
Well, you can in terms of maybe the value of it. I don't know.
More say the value. Yeah,
because if you look at Lindelof, he didn't cost us a fortune, Jay. If you remember, I think it was around the 35 mil mark we paid for him. But I remember we paid a solid 50 for Wan-Bissaka. A man talking about 10 million euros.
We had our pants taken down again. What would you say Lindelof is worth
now?
Yeah,
probably about 15 million euros or pounds.
So then let's say you gave him Wan-Bissaka. Let's say Wan-Bissaka was 25.
Yeah,
you give him.
That's what I would say. 25 for Wan-Bissaka.
So you give him Wan-Bissaka and you give them Lindelof. That's fine.
And there's no money involved. We just take the man's.
Yeah, well, we would say no money. I'm sure Everton would then try and get a little niceness on top of that as well.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's true, Jay. That's true. It's
they'll probably try and get a little 10 mil or something on top of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just go back to the old England thing now. I mean, he's got to do something drastic. When the other thing as well, yesterday he brought on Mainu, or I thought when he did come on, played well. What's the other guy? Cole Palmer came on for Saka, and I think that's where that kind of conversation around maybe Saka, because I think people don't want to say drop Saka completely, just move him. I think Wrighty was kind of being nice, because obviously him and Wrighty get on, so Wrighty say, look, well, move him to the left, because obviously Palmer looked good when he did come on, but Palmer's more of a central. He doesn't really, when he plays for Chelsea, he doesn't play as a right midfielder, right tackle.
He gets a free role, doesn't he?
Yeah, he plays more
a bit like Kevin De Bruyne at Man City. He has that kind of role, doesn't he, at Chelsea, where you kind of play just behind the front three, but you roam that whole midfield and pick the ball up wherever you pick the ball up and create. So it's even for me, you know what I mean? I'm not engaged like you guys, and even watching it, I've been just like, yo, you can see why the fans booed him off, man. I don't think any manager's been booed off the pitch in the Euros.
I think out of all the, when you look at all the I mean, when you look at the Euros 2024, it hasn't been the best. To be, as a matter of fact, it's been quite poor, because France, Netherlands, the only team really that you look out there and say, obviously Spain, they won all three of their games, and they got that little 16-year-old guy, mate,
it's mad, isn't it?
Bro,
just out there cooking, just because,
man. Listen, cooking,
just because he can.
Do you think like Austria could be a dark horse? Because I tell you, Ragnick's got them playing, but they beat. I couldn't believe it when they beat Netherlands. 3-2.
Wreck-It Ralph has got them organised, mate. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. They're hard to beat. Yeah, they're very hard to beat.
And a lot of when you look at a lot of these teams, playing, a lot of these teams, okay, they might not have the profile of England, but a lot of them play much better football than England in terms of the way they set up. I'm just wondering why is it that England? Why is it that all these teams, these players that we so overrated, are these players overrated, or is it, or are they good as they're supposed to be? Because if you look at, I mean, let me share this. You got Switzerland as a dark horse, Switzerland, Austria, but there are two dark horses.
Why are you doing that, Norm? Who's played worse than England? Maybe Scotland. And that's about it.
That's about it. Yeah.
And Scotland come with a benchmark. You know what I mean?
If you're being compared to Scotland, then
it's not good, is it? Yeah.
Look at this. Romania just won the group.
That's Romania, right.
Romania won the group. Belgium comes second.
Right. Wow. So that means that's Group E, isn't it?
This is Group. Yeah, the second to last group. What is it? Group
right. So who came third?
Slovakia came third.
So that means that England could play Slovakia.
All the teams in that group on 4 points. All 4 teams are on 4 points.
Oh, wow.
Ukraine came bottom on 4 points.
Right. Okay.
Goal difference.
Ez is listening in. Train is delayed.
Cool.
Yeah. No, I mean, okay, let me just... Okay, so look, I'm talking about players. Listen.
Nice. Yeah.
Right. Look at this, right? Jude Bellingham. 19 goals scored, first. Shots on targets, 35, first. Touches in the opposition box, 149, first. Fouls won in final third, 16, first. Possessions won in final third, first. Okay? Right. Now, contrast that to, let's see, this one. Is it this one? Let's make sure it's that one. Right. Right. So this was the game yesterday.
But it's
not having a good
stats were almost the same in the game before as well. Against Denmark, they were just as bad.
So people are bigging up. I mean, people are bigging him up as this generational player, and I've heard Rants say, "Bro, this guy is as good as what people think." And every time I've seen him in play for England, and especially in these couple of games, he's always falling over. That's another thing. He loves to fall over. What is it about his balance? It's like, what's going on there?
That pitch yesterday was pretty bad though, because I noticed a lot of people were slipping on that pitch. yesterday.
There's been a few pictures like that on the JP. Some of the pictures look like someone's just gone round the pitch with a pitching wedge and just keep practicing their pitching wedge and big chunks of the pitch missing.
You know what I'm saying? All coming out.
It's shocking to look at.
I wish my pitching wedge was looking like that. But all of these. Listen, I don't think this guy's overrated.
No,
I don't. I just mean.
I mean, when you look at,
but do you think it's a system player though, Jay?
I don't think that's what it is. I think it's all.
It's
Gareth,
a system player, isn't he?
Yeah, Gareth ain't got a clue. Gate.
Yeah.
Yep.
He ain't got a clue what he's doing. From the man can go into an interview and start talking about a player that you didn't pick yourself. Kelvin Phillips was so important to your system, you could have picked him.
Yeah.
You didn't pick the man and then say we ain't got a Kelvin Phillips. How does that make any sense?
Yeah.
And
he actually needs to be drug tested, just Gareth, unfortunately. Something ain't right there, man.
You told the press you're experimenting, D. He told the press he's gone to a major tournament to experiment. Why don't you experiment with Trent in the warm-up matches?
Exactly.
And this is it.
Start Trent in midfield and let him get a taste for midfield in the England setup. Because that's different from midfield in the Liverpool setup and the club.
Do you think these England players are just far too overprotected? And, when it comes to criticism, because obviously the press have gone in hard at them, the fans have gone in hard at them, they're not used to it. And a lot of that can be down. A lot of that can be down to a lot of the PR stuff that goes on with our English clubs anyway. So all of a sudden now they're out of their bubble, so to speak. They're exposed to the whole world, or Europe in this case, and they're meant to be one of the favourites, and they're serving up this. I mean, would you say the blame is solely on Gareth, or would you say that these guys, if they're meant to be quality players, why can't they step up? Even though Gareth is not a good coach and he hasn't got a clue, why can't these players step up then? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, almost coach themselves.
You can't just. Are we just laying full blame at Gareth's door, or should these players almost roll up their sleeves and say, "Come on, let's." Even though we don't probably agree with his tactics, because at the moment I can't see what tactics this guy's doing. As I said, you've got a lopsided team, and he brings on Trent yesterday. He brings on Trent in right back. You can see it just. It's a whole muddle. It's a whole muddle.
Yeah, and then you drop him.
So okay, go on, Dave.
No, I'm saying you drop him because you're saying he's not producing in the position you told him to play, and then you bring him on at right back in a position that is supposed to be natural to him. Even though people say he's an okay defender, but better going forward. He's more creative. He can span them long passes and crosses. So you're giving this brother mixed signals anyway.
Yeah.
So straight away, Trent don't trust him now.
Well, I just didn't like what he did, because don't get me wrong, I thought Trent, and I said this before the tournament, Trent in the middle of the park was a stupid decision. It was a stupid way to go. But the way when he only removes Trent from the starting 11, you're making it out like it's the guy's fault, and it's not his fault. I don't blame Trent. The guy's I'm not a midfield player. You asked me to play there, so I'm going to try and do my best.
Yeah.
But if I'm a midfield player for England, I'm playing there week in, week out, I'm feeling like a bit of a knob here. I'm thinking, hold on a minute. It's a bit like when last season when the manager Eric Ten Hag said, I'd rather play a left back at centre back than play Harry Maguire at centre back. It's an embarrassment, isn't it, for you as a player when a guy who doesn't play your position is in over you.
Yeah, that was Luke Shaw. As a matter of fact, he didn't do too bad there, though, did he?
He did a good job.
No, he done all right. Yeah, but then when you're in the pickle and you say, Harry, you're up, you'd be like, oh, where?
Yeah.
You're playing Luke Shaw over me at centre back.
Yeah.
So straight away, why do you think now he's gonna try or perform for you? Because don't be surprised if Trent says, unless his manager goes, I'm gonna sit England out. I won't play under him because he mugged me off. Because a lot of people are trying to blame Trent on that formation. Trent is not the head coach.
No way.
You saw it a lot in social media. I'll be like, hold on. I'm not a Liverpool fan, but Trent is not the head coach. Trent is doing what he's told.
It's Trent's fault at all.
Yeah. And so you look at that and say, no, man, come on. It's embarrassing.
I think you got something though, Norms, in what you said at the beginning when you said that the level of football hasn't been that great in this tournament.
Yeah.
And when we look at England as well, I'm wondering, are these players just shattered?
Well,
Like,
that was one of my
Yeah.
features. You saw after the game yesterday. I mean, there was even talk about. I was just reading an article, and one of the guys was saying, I can't remember if it was in the Sky Sports or one of the, where he was saying that they rest Jude for the last 16 game because he looks absolutely shattered every time. At the end of those games, the man was literally on his haunches. He looked tired. And generally, the team looked tired. Even from the start of the tournament, they just looked tired. You looked at the other team; they looked fresh. They were first to the ball, knocking it around, pinging it around. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? I'm thinking it's tiredness a part of this, and it doesn't help when they come from their full season. There's not even a rest, and then straight into the Euros. Yeah, and then they probably get a couple of weeks rest, and then they're off on pre-season, and then. Before you know it, the season starts, and then you'll see whether these guys are really not. I wouldn't say the word fit because they are fit, but I'm just saying in terms of
the fitness level.
The games would have definitely caught up with them, and then we'll get on their backs. You know what I mean? And I think it's just far too many competition. You've got friendlies chucked in that as well. How many international friendlies are we going to have now at the back end of next season?
Yeah,
it's just ridiculous.
And it's something that other sports do know. Like, you're just coming off the end of your physical season. If you got to Champions League final like Jude, you played a heck of a lot of football on them legs. Now, you don't need to be in full England training. Your body is already there because you've just finished the season winning the Champions League a couple of weeks ago.
In season, he's played 150 odd games. Jude,
it's too much football.
He's 21. He's 21 years old, and he's played 150 plus games.
It's madness. It's crazy.
It's as simple as this, Go to the swimming pool.
Oh,
swim some laps.
Ed's trying to get out of it again.
Yeah, that's funny. Swim some laps. Get a massage. Do a bit of work on the bike. Bit of cardio on the bike. Just some light touch football, and that's you for the day. You don't need to be in full training when you play that much games because the tactics are not changing for Gareth. So you know what you're doing on the pitch.
Well, that's the problem.
Keeping your body loose for the tournament.
They don't know what they're doing. Yeah, that's the problem, mate.
Yeah.
But I think if they imagine this, though, England's best player is Jude Bellingham. This 21-year-old, 20-year-old, he's not even 21, he's 20. 20-year-old Jude Bellingham is your best player. You don't play him in a round of 16 and you lose. So, like, I'm saving him for what?
Yeah, exactly.
Saving him for the final, Jay, so we can do a watch along.
That's what I'm saying. You're saving him so you don't even know you're going to make it. You don't even know you're going to make it past the next round.
Yeah. Realistically, exactly. Realistically, where do you? I mean, to be honest, they could have rested him in their last because England already
qualified. That's right.
Yeah. Try something different, and I think that's the thing about Southgate. He doesn't try anything different. You got Harry Kane, who just looks really, really, really bad, slow. All right, he scored a goal in this. I think it was the second game. That was the Denmark, innit? The Denmark game.
Yeah,
but he's coming deep. He's dropping deep. He hasn't got the legs no more. You know what I mean? Why not try? What's the point of bringing Ivan Toney?
Exactly.
Seriously, I saw the other clubs. I've seen all the other clubs. I've watched all. I've not watched a lot as some people have, but when I've watched other clubs play, I've seen them take off their best so-called strikers, and replace them with an alternative striker. Not Harry Kane.
And their captains as well, Norm. I've seen their captains taking the armband off, putting it on another player.
In his defense, he did it in the first. In his defense, he did it in the first game.
All right.
Reluctantly.
Yeah.
I bet that was very reluctant, Jay.
He did it.
Yeah.
He still did it.
Germany will win it. Nigelsmann has the minerals.
Well, this is it. I mean, it'd be. I mean, who have you got favourites to win this? Spain?
At the moment, or just on football, is Spain, but that doesn't always mean everything.
Yeah.
Because
France, I mean, right now France ain't playing
brilliantly, but they're not quite clicking, are they?
They're not. But
that happens under him, though, Norm.
Yeah.
And then he figures it out.
And then normally, all of a sudden, bang, yeah. So I wouldn't write off France one iota.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then obviously, as Craig said earlier on, Switzerland as a dark horse, and I think Austria as a dark horse. Portugal
are probably the most loaded team, aren't they? If you look at replacements off the bench, they're quite loaded.
Great squad.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
I think I said Portugal last week that they would be one I would look at, but then, like I say, seeing how Spain are playing and the consistency of the way they're playing, Spain are almost like the informed team as we are now in the group stages.
If England end up playing, say, is Slovenia or Slovakia? Sorry.
So that England can play the third place in. I just saw it a couple on the screen.
Yeah.
In Group D.
Yeah.
In Group D or Group E. So it's Slovakia in Group E
or Netherlands.
Or Netherlands in Group D.
Right. So okay. If England come up against Netherlands, do you think that they get past them?
I don't think England get past Slovakia.
Really?
No.
Not playing like this. Yeah, it lacks enthusiasm, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like the players don't even look enthusiastic.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. They give it all the talk. And I know Rice has been talking, and
he's awful in interviews, you know.
Yeah, but he's awful on the pitch for England.
Yeah, but I thought he was awful in the interview as well.
He can't pass a forward. He can't make a forward pass.
But is that because of Southgate?
I'm not saying he's awful because he's not awful. I say he's overrated. I tell you guys all the time. I think he's overrated.
Right. Okay.
I stand by that.
Right. Okay.
But for England, he looks awful.
Yeah.
He looks. He looks. When I say awful, I just mean basic. He just looks. He just looks so basic. It's unbelievable.
Because you know what it looks like as well. It looks like fair football, where everyone's scared to just misplace a pass because of how intense it is now, and the way the fans are, because the fans are just like, what kind of football is this? You know, I told you that clip, the way that guy broke England down in the Southgate. I think I sent it earlier on today, and I thought he's right, you know. And so that doesn't instill confidence in the players. And I've always said this about England playing with a handbrake on. It's like you've got so much technical players that could really get you out of a bind. But it's like, nah, I don't want to play I can't play 3 or 4 together. Yeah, you can, mate. Because other teams will do it.
They would. But I just think England have a way of doing this to you. The England way of making good players like Declan Rice just look basic. They're just like Jude Bellingham. He's a world beater. The man's up for a Ballon d'Or. And the last 2 games, he just looks basic.
But even look, Foden.
Anonymous.
Look at Foden.
Yeah. I think the last game was probably Foden's best game.
If you listen to the press, they'll talk that up like he was amazing. He wasn't. Yeah. He was just okay.
He was getting on the ball more. He was getting on the ball more.
Yeah, he was just okay though. He was. He still was. Phil Foden is a give and goal guy. He ain't gonna drop a shoulder, beat a man, do all of this stuff. So he needs the right system around it. That's why Man City worked perfect.
And that's it. He works for him. Yeah.
This England team, they don't want the ball.
And that is it.
No, it's a hot potato, isn't it?
So he can't function in that kind of thing. And then I suppose if you look at the likes of Saka and Rice, because they play that system football, because there's no real pattern. There's no real pattern to the way England play.
No.
You know what I mean? It's not like, okay, the ball comes to Pickford and then he plays it out. Sometimes he might kick it long, he might play it short, but there's no real kind of, all right, let's progress this ball up the field. It's kind of like off the cuff sort of thing. Whereas when watching Slovenia yesterday, the way, even though they didn't take their chances whilst they were in the box, so I was just tired of them. When they were in the box, they just didn't take their chances. But why I watch them is the way they progress the ball with triangles up the field. And little tight. What I liked about them is that they will receive the ball in tight spaces. England can't do that.
The only player England has that does that is Kobe. Kobe Mainu wants the ball in tight spaces.
In tight spaces,
When Kobe when Cole Palmer came on the pitch yesterday, they both want the football.
Yeah.
Cole Palmer, Kobe Mainu want the football. You watch Kobe all the time. Kobe's never afraid to take the football.
Yeah.
Ever. Yeah. And that's why they need someone like what the hell have you got this kick and rush guy in Gallagher? I don't get it.
Well, again, yesterday listen, this is the thing, right? So he decides to drop
Trent.
What's his name? Trent. And play Gallagher in midfield.
Right.
Obviously that didn't work. So he drags him off and brings Maino on. Right? Now
that in itself was embarrassing, wasn't it?
Yeah. Now for this last knockout 16, we're talking about whether Saka would probably be dropped and bring Cole Palmer or play Saka at left back or play him as a left.
Depends what happens with Foden though. Is Foden coming? Will Foden come back? If Foden doesn't come back,
You're gonna switch him, ain't he? He probably switch him.
Then we can see, exactly.
Yeah. Because I don't know if he would play Cole on the left. I don't know whether it would play Cole in the Foden.
Where does Cole Palmer play for Chelsea? It's on the left.
I thought he plays on the right. No.
No, he plays. He's more central. Ez might be able to tell us.
He cuts in though. He
cuts in on his left foot.
I think D might be right. I think it might be the right.
I'm sure he plays on the right and cuts in. He just cuts in a lot. He just cuts in a lot.
But he with Cole Palmer though, he's just kind of given
that freedom.
Under Pochettino, the freedom to thingy. Yeah, so
keys to the city, man.
Yeah.
I like the kid, man. I like the kid.
You guys.
That's why Ed says he doesn't want him at this club.
Look, what did Paul Scholes say? Paul Scholes says, like running around the pit, you can't just be in the team because you run a lot.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
I said this is like supposed to be the elite level, and this is what Gareth Southgate is putting a man in the pitch for. Oh, he's got a lot of energy, but he's got no quality.
Yeah, and you see how quickly he got booked as well. He became a liability very quickly.
Yeah.
And my man was like, I got to sub him. So that in itself, like, if I'm Trent, I'm just looking at him with a side eye. So you drop this man for me, and my man became a liability very quickly. Now you're taking him off.
Okay, right. So So Cole Palmer plays right wing, but has a freedom.
Right wing, has a freedom to drift. Yeah.
No, I mean,
and Saka hasn't really played on that side for you guys, more really. He didn't really play.
What, the left?
Even though
he's on the right to get.
He's left-footed, isn't he? Saka's left-footed, right?
Yeah.
Right. So he could do a job there, but is that good enough?
But you know what? Sometimes you need a man that's going to go on the outside.
Exactly.
You don't need someone always cutting in.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, because for Arsenal, he gets worked out really quick. They put two men on him
because this cuts in all the time.
Yeah, and he
can only go one way.
Exactly. That's what he frustrates me, because he can't seem to beat a man when he's playing over that side. Maybe when he's playing on the left side. Every now and again, he will switch with Martinelli.
Right.
Because what he does is Martinelli is a right-footed. So obviously, when he receives the ball, he's going to receive it on his left side, and then he's going to then cut in and bring it up on his right. So he'll be sort of bending the shot round as opposed to. So if he's going to cross now, he's going to. What Martinelli will do is he'll cut at the byline, and he won't cross it with his left foot. He'll cut, and then he'll have to switch it onto his right foot, and then.
But at least, Norm, he has an option that if Foden doesn't get back or gets back late, he starts Cole Palmer on the right, Saka on the left. Yeah, he's not dropping Harry for Ivan Toney. Let's not pretend he's going to do that. He's not going to do that. Yeah. He's still going to go with his captain, and I think that's the problem. That, and we've said it over the years at club football. Sometimes because a person has the captain's armband, like we saw with Harry. When Harry was awful, Ollie kept playing him because he's the captain. He don't look good pulling your captain off. So he's starting, and he's never getting subbed. And then when he does sub him, it's out of desperation. So if Ivan Toney comes on with 10 minutes to go in a crucial game and you don't produce, everyone say, "Oh, that Ivan Toney, he went at the races." You'll be like, hold on. He ain't started the game or tournament, mate. You know what I mean? So he's supposed to come on, get up to speed of tournament speed in 10 minutes and bang your winner to get you out of jail. That's not how football works. We've seen this over the years.
You know what, though? I don't even have a problem with him starting with Harry Kane. The issue I have is you start Harry Kane with that team. Because the way Harry Kane plays the game, and he wants to keep picking the ball, he keeps dropping into midfield.
Yeah, because he's not getting service. Yeah. He's not getting service.
But then England's got no runners. They've got no one.
Yeah.
So the two people, the players like, I don't know, even that idiot at Newcastle, what's his name, Gordon or whatever.
Yeah.
No, the guys that want to run in back, I don't think he should have went. But you know, the Rashfords or the Grealish that will try and run behind, they're not there.
Sterling,
the classic example. So these guys, he hasn't got anyone like that. So that's the problem I have. Is you've got Kane in the side who wants to pick the ball up from the midfield, from the back four sometimes.
Yeah.
Get involved in the play, but can't get back either. He's not ever trying to spin in behind. You saw it in the first game when Ollie Watkins came on. The moment he came on,
as soon as he come on and bang, I think
2-3 times.
Yeah.
Off the shoulder of the defender. He's through. It's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
That's what, and we all know. Centre halves cannot stand players who want to go behind.
Yeah.
You want to run in behind me. I don't. If you want to do everything in front of me,
that's cool. Yeah.
Love it. I love you. I love you all day.
Yeah.
I love you. So Harry Kane will come to life when the ball's in and around. The problem is in the setting that we have, we don't create no chances. We're not putting crosses in. There's no creativity, so he can't even come alive in the box.
Yeah.
So this is the issue, because at the end of the day, you got Harry Kane in your team for one reason. That's to score you goals. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And if you're not making chances for the guy, then something's wrong. Either you take him off and put someone on who can stretch the field, or you put people on who can make chances for him.
Plus, he's not pressing either. I saw him try and do it yesterday, and he just looked like he was hurting to do it. His body was just like, "What are you trying to do here, man? You're going to pull a hamstring here, brother." and then he wasn't tracking back. Then now, do you expect him to track back in an England team? Probably not really. But in a way, England get counterattacked. You probably need him because he's quite a big lad at the end of the day. He can get his head on the ball, but you can't ask him to press and track back. He ain't doing both.
No,
it's not going to happen. So,
but then what do you do? What do you do when you got a player like that? You have to have players around him who could do the job for him.
Yeah,
because you're supplement. You're saying I know that he's going to score me goals though, but you're not even giving the guy an opportunity to score goals.
And that's it. You're not playing to what he is now. His strengths.
No.
Yeah. So the system is making him look worse than what he actually is.
Yeah.
He's a good striker.
I think for a lot of the players, the system seems to be making a lot of these players worse than what they are, and that's obviously down to Southgate. But he's just too stubborn.
Because the thing is, Norm, we still consider Harry world class.
Yeah.
So if we consider Harry world class, then playing him in a system that highlights his world classness, and it's not happening, is it? Really,
it's not.
It's just, and you can see how dejected he looks because you can see that he's thinking, because I shouldn't keep coming deep. And I've heard Shearer and them say he just needs to stay up top.
Yeah,
he won't be involved in the game if he does that. He's not in a win situation for him. I just think like the manager, he's hanging him out to dry. If that's one of your world class players, you'd say him and Jude are world class. I don't know who else you guys would class as potential world class in that squad right now.
That's it. It's only them.
But if it's just Harry and Jude, then you got to play to both of their strengths for the team to be successful moving forward.
Again, to what Norman said, I think at the beginning when you sort of asked the question, what was your first question, Norman, about?
I was saying about the players need to. I was saying about
that's it, the man up. That was
the man up of it, with the criticism that's been sort of thrown at them.
Yeah.
So I don't like. For me, I don't like all this crap that Harry Kane's coming out with and some of the other players, because the way I look at football, and I say this to you guys all the time, if I can praise you, I must be able to criticize you. And if I criticize you, I must be able to praise you when you do well. Right? Yeah. And these players never come out and say, stop the praise, it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, it's too much praise.
It's too, but they quick the moment. So what are you supposed to say when they put in a performance like that? What are they supposed to say?
And it's free performances, right? It's free performances.
So even after the first game, you didn't play well. No, what am I supposed to say? All right, and everyone said, "Look, at the end of the day, you won the game, but I'm concerned because blah blah blah." Then second game, so hold on a minute, this is 2 games in a row now, and we didn't get a result that game. Third game, hold on, this is getting ridiculous, and we didn't get a result this time either. So, to get a win, I should say, not a result, a win. So I don't know. I don't understand what they're moaning about. I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
It comes to the territory of professional sports, because I'll tell you, when you watch this, the First Take and all that, and Stephen A. Smith and their mans are going in on players in different sports. That's what it is, And these mans will still come to the stadium and see the players and say, "Man, Stephen, you was trashing me on First Take yesterday." He said, "God, you was awful.
That's
You
right.
couldn't make a shot." That's my job to let people know that this guy is a baller, and he went 3 for 24 from the 3-point line or whatever. That's my job.
Yeah.
And so it's no point saying, "Oh, they've all been there as well, where they've been trash for England." Because that's what he wanted to say. He didn't say it, but he wanted to say, "Well, they've been trash for England, and they didn't like the press coming after them." And it's part and parcel that you're in the limelight. You take the money. You take the money to be a professional footballer, and then you play crap, and no one can say nothing to you. No, don't talk to me. Yes, Junior, big up yourself, my guy.
It don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like I say, does any of the players ever come up to Stephen A. Smith and Gary Neville and Gary Lineker and say, "Stop praising me so much, man. You guys praise us. You guys praise the team." They don't do it. They love that.
Embarrassing, man. I'm getting embarrassed of all the praise.
We got Sawyer, man. Long time no see. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm full of that. So I just think it's silly, man.
Yeah. I mean, Gav came out as well, and he said that he believes that there's so many things that are starting to come together for England after they topped Group C. This is after the game yesterday. And I posted, "You liquor lad."
Yeah.
What is coming together? You're well media trained and everything. You say the right things. No, we're not stupid. What is coming together?
Well, he may have just stumbled. He may have just stumbled on a more of an offensive approach with Cole Palmer, Mainu, and what's the brother from Newcastle, Gordon.
Actually, Gordon, yeah.
I think actually Gordon.
He only come up for about 3 minutes.
And that's my point. That's the point I was going to make. I think over 90 minutes he's a liability. But anyway, they look better, especially when Cole Palmer and Cobby came on. Because Cobby came on, started receiving the ball, moving. Even that clip I think I sent Big D a clip.
Yeah, the clip,
of Cobby getting the ball, trying to play a 1-2 with
Harry Kane. Yeah.
He's pointing to Harry where he wants the ball, and Harry Kane just got it the opposite clearly. Way. He's going wide because he wants someone to cross. He wants someone then to cross it in for him.
Yes.
And then he just messes up the pass. And with a decent, the pass would actually been good to Cobby, but with a decent pass, Cobby was in for a shot.
Yeah. And he's making the runs as well. Because that's what I said to you, Jason. Kobe's actually an 8. He's not a 6, even though we play him as a 6. He's actually an 8, and you could see him further forward with England trying to link. And I was thinking, this is where he's more comfortable, because this is how he played in the academy. He played as an 8, but then with what we had going on last year, trying to just juggle the team and stuff, he's got to sit with whoever, Casemiro or whoever. Sometimes he was sitting as a lone 6. He's not a lone 6. That's not his game. Even though he can do a job, he'll tell you that, I am an 8, you know what I mean? But wherever the manager wants me to play. And I think that would be the same with England. Wherever Gareth asks him to play, he'll attempt to play there. Doesn't mean it's right for him. So,
well, as Keno says, in my day, there was no such thing as a 6 and an 8. You were a midfield player.
Yeah.
Right? And you played both positions.
Yeah,
you played both positions.
Yeah.
And like we've almost like pigeonholed people say, "I'm a specialist."
Like, you watch some of the best. You watch Kante at his peak. You watch Rodri. These guys don't just sit there as sixes. They're receiving the ball and
they get involved.
They're driving forward. They're driving forward.
Kante. He's probably the best out of those French players right now.
He just turned back the clock, didn't he? Just wound back the clock, boy.
That guy, as somebody said, that man's got 4 lungs.
Yeah, man. His engine is wild, and it's hot out there as well. The weather's quite hot. Yeah.
And
ain't hotter than Saudi,
mopping up, starting attacks.
Yeah, Saudi,
ridiculous, man. But listen, bro, if he was available on a local like loan team, I'll take him at Arsenal.
Yeah,
seriously,
he's better than what most of us have got in our team. The issue he had, I think, in his last season at Chelsea, wasn't he a bit injury prone or something?
Yeah, because he had some knocks. He missed a lot. He missed a lot of games and that.
But he's playing in warmer climates now, isn't he? He's playing. Was he playing Saudi League, right?
Yeah,
he's in Saudi. Yeah.
So straight away, that increases your lung power playing in that hot weather.
But you know the other thing as well, on top of that, the caveat to that is that they were saying that maybe the fact that he was playing in the Saudi League, that he would drop in quality. Listen, he's come back, he's playing. Maybe, you know what it could be? You know, the other thing could be J and D. It could be that the fact that the competition right now is not at the levels it is. Because I've seen better European competitions than that. So he might have kind of looked quite good, you know. But from what I've seen over this Euro 2024, it has not been brilliant at all. No. It's not been brilliant at all. As I said, the one odd game I've really enjoyed, the Spain game, the Austria game I watched. I didn't see the Austria Netherlands game. You know what I mean? But as I said, they could be one of the dark horses as well. You know what I mean? Because as I say, Ragnick has got them playing proper football. And they look fresh. They know they played in a system. You could see their patterns of play. They're closing down. Do you know what I mean? These guys, England, they just look absolutely knackered. Just absolutely knackered. So I feel sorry for them. Listen, a lot of people are calling to say, you know what? Just get yourself out of the competition, right? And just
it's England's own fault. They gave him a contract. England, when we all wanted him to disappear after the World Cup, they gave him a new contract.
Yep.
Because if you think about how many managers as well lost their jobs after the World Cup, and he kept his,
one of the highest paid managers in international football as well.
But he's a company man, though. He's a company man as well. Yeah, man, he got a funny handshake, JP. You know what I mean? He's looked after me. He's a made man, as the Italians would say. So,
and this whole thing. I remember, like, you know, when the World Cup used to come on, and you know, we talked about the golden generation. Thought they could really do something, but then saying that though, out of all the managers, he's probably been the most in terms of getting to a final, getting to a semi-final, a quarter-final. Do you know what I mean? He's been most successful than most English managers that have, you know, had the golden generation, you know, where we thought, bro, because those golden generation players are a lot better. I mean, personally, a lot better than this crop of players we've got here. I'm sorry.
You know he is. Do you know what Gareth Southgate is? And we said, remember, D, when we had Ollie, he was Ollie Gunnar Southgate. Right?
Yep.
So Ollie got us to semis, he got us to final. You're just never going to win nothing.
Yeah.
You're just never going to win nothing.
It's almost like, for whatever reason, they normally surround themselves with he isn't coming, Emily.
Coming too.
You know,
coming on.
But it's actually, you know how we would say that we're Moments FC United. I feel like that's where England will be, where it just will be a moment, and you're like, oh, that was a worldy goal. But then when you look at all the lack of build-up play and actually controlling the game,
you don't.
So people are saying they need England to control the game.
Yeah.
But if you're playing round holes in square pegs, and you just play there for now, and you got yellow card. Oh, okay, you know what? You're supposed to be my guy. You have to come off. You have to come off. Okay,
that's what it actually looks like. It really does look like it's just a mishmash. Comical. It's a mishmash of I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. That's how it comes. Seriously, and then he comes out with those statements. Oh, Calvin Phillips should have played, or just trying an experiment with.
So why didn't you take him then? That's what I couldn't understand. You mentioned a guy that you didn't pick, not because he was injured. You just didn't pick him.
Yeah.
But even with the Luke Shaw thing, Norms, right? With the Luke Shaw thing, they would say like about a week ago, they were saying, "Oh yeah, he's literally days away." So I think he had another injury over there, and they just haven't said anything. Because now they're saying he hasn't trained today. Yeah, he probably won't train tomorrow. You said he was days away, like he's training, and he probably pulled another hammy, Jay, and they're trying to style it out. Just send the kid home. Send him home.
He's just probably they're realizing that they shouldn't have taken him because
just send him home, brother.
So they can't tell you that. So they just have to make up.
He looks murky, doesn't it? Yeah. But see, Luke Shaw, I do believe half of it is mental, not just physical. I think half of it is mental. I think he doesn't keep himself in that off-season shape, and then every injury is a hard injury to shake off to come back. And we've watched this at United. When Luke Shaw is fit, you're seeing a half-decent player. And normally he's fit when he's got competition. He gets himself in decent shape. But the moment he knows you're starting every week, yeah, man, he's like Wan-Bissaka going into the burger shop on a regular. My brother, you see them mans, especially Wan-Bissaka, love a sneaky burger. And it's not even a regular burger. Yeah. I can't remember the shop in Manchester that he visits regular. Because he needs them little, I think it's like comfort treats where he has to live so clean food-wise that it's like, nah, man, I need some madness, some triple burger foolishness that he's going to clap before trading and try and run it off. Yeah. So
he's in yard now. I saw it on his Insta yesterday.
Yes, I saw it. Yeah. He's in Jamaica doing a thing in it. I don't know if it's his brother. It looks like family. Yeah, they look like family.
Wan-Bissaka.
He's in Jamaica. Yeah, man, he's in Jamaica doing a thing.
I thought he was of African origin.
He is.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He can still go Jamaica, No, we don't ban him.
No, it's the way. No, I'm not listening. No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not having. No, it's the way he said it. It was like to say, like, oh, he's at home yard, like he's, what I mean. That's where he's from, kind of.
Yeah.
Thing, you know what I mean?
All
right, okay. So
he's in Jamaica.
Eating up some of that jerk chicken and whatnot.
Yeah, man. He getting the whole massage by the waterfall and everything. He's living his best life, mate. Living his best life. I'm not hating on him either. Fair play to him.
It wasn't luxury, though. It wasn't luxury. It was proper.
Yeah, he was like downtown Kingston, just doing the madness there where he could get robbed and all that.
Yeah.
I said, brother, don't Kingston, you're there, what's it? Roundtree or whatever it is. I can't remember the road now. He was right in. I just said right in the midst of yard. I was like, okay, trying out the cultured food, all the street food and stuff.
Oh, that's nice. He's got downtime, but So look, listen, we could keep going on about England. We'll see what happens in the round of 16. Whether they meet, I think they won't know until the weekend who they will be meeting. If it is the Netherlands, I think, mate, that could be a tricky one. Even you saying, Jay, that the Slovakia one could be even trickier as well. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But they're gonna have to step up. We keep saying it. It's 3 games in, and not one of the games have they stepped up. I can't see. They've progressively got worse. I can't see how they've improved, and that's why. When Southgate come out and said, like, I can see this team now coming together. Right. Maybe, as you say, Jay, it could be because the fact that he's landed on something with, the likes of Mainu, Gordon, and playing Cole Palmer. And does he start them in that 16? Is he going to be brave enough to do that?
I think he has to start Kobe, and he has to start Kobe because he knows Gallagher didn't work. Yeah. Trent doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right. So you've effectively got
Kobe's next stop.
You've probably got Wharton, who hasn't played at all.
Hasn't played anything.
All right, all right. So I've got this one. So if you're the manager now, you're the England manager, guys. Yeah. If for whatever reason Foden doesn't make it back, what will be your starting 11
I was dropping Foden anyway.
Okay.
So I'll keep the back four.
Yeah. Because the back four been okay. Yeah, the back four been okay.
I'll keep the back four.
Gay's been probably the best of the defenders. But
as in the one that's been thrown in the mix for a first tournament.
Very good.
He's done himself proud, hasn't he?
Yeah,
really.
very good. So you keep the back four, obviously goalkeeper.
And then you go, yeah. What you go, Rice and Kobe?
Yeah, Rice and Kobe. I'm keeping Saka.
Well, yeah, Rice. Yeah. What? So what? Rice plays as what the 6 and Kobe as that.
I think they can both do what they got to do.
Yeah,
but you think Gareth will allow that for them to interchange?
Probably not.
Probably not. No.
But
right.
I'll play them two anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm keeping Saka on the right.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I want to play. I want to play Palmer on the right.
Palmer on the right. Saka on the left.
Saka on the left.
I want to play Palmer on the right. I play Saka, or if Saka can't play on the left, play that idiot guy. But I'm playing Palmer for sure.
Right.
And then I'm playing Jude in the 10, and then I'm playing Kane.
Yeah, that makes sense, Jay. That makes sense. Because the thing is
Jude a 10 though? Is he a number 10? Because that man is all over the place.
But he had that kind of role.
He has that freedom as a 10 though.
Yeah, as a 10, yeah.
What about
Bruno?
What about his
how we play Bruno, Jay?
Yeah,
how we play Bruno in the 10?
Do you think Jude is creative? Do you think he's creative? Does he see a
pass? Jude can see a pass. Look at his assists for Real Madrid as well. He can see a pass for sure.
Yeah.
Because but what you need is you just need somebody running in as well into the box, bursting onto the box with late runs. Then you're gonna be backed up by maybe Rice or Kobe doing. And those guys, thing about Kobe, he can carry. Yeah, they'll carry the ball. They can pass it off. Just short, quick passes.
Yeah.
You know, that England's just not doing.
Yeah. Just thinking about that squad, would you play Eze on the left over Anthony Gordon? Just for speed and pace. Because that's what he's like.
But Gordon is quick as well. He's quick. He's one of the quick.
But I think you can see Gordon in his mind is over Eze. Because Eze, the two Crystal Palace other guys, Eze and Wharton haven't kicked the ball.
No, they haven't.
No.
Eze, Wharton,
did Eze come on?
I thought Eze came on.
Oh no, you're right.
He came on, didn't he?
Eze came on in the second.
Late.
Was it the Denmark game or was it this game?
Denmark.
Denmark game. Yeah.
So Eze has come on. So is it just Wharton and Tony that haven't touched the ball?
Yeah, Ivan. That's it. Yeah.
Guys, I'm not lying. When you see Wharton play, I don't know if you've seen him play.
No, I don't. I honest truth, I can't tell you too much about the kid. I know, I hear all good stuff about him.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple of times, and he looks good.
Yeah,
he looks good. Very comfortable with the ball.
He plays in central.
He plays central. He can see a pass. Yeah, and he looks good for Crystal Palace. So I was watching him against us. I was thinking, wow. Even though we beat them, I was thinking, wow, this guy looks good.
But it's something we said though, Norman.
When he played against you lot and slapped you up.
Yeah, he cooked us. Absolutely cooked us. Yeah,
but
it's something we said about these guys under the new Palace manager as well, that they look totally different compared to under Turgenev Roy. So it's like systems again. So surely as an England manager, I'm looking at the systems that the players I'm picking are playing in, and how do I incorporate that into the England setup? You got to look at that when you're picking a team. Otherwise, you're just picking. You're picking from the press. Maybe from what the England board are telling
coming
you.
Back in it must be his child. Is it baby born?
Baby born. Oh, he ain't coming back.
So he ain't coming back. Is that official? Is that official, or is that you just saying the fact that the baby's born and you don't think he's coming back, or is that officially he ain't coming back?
I'll see.
Because if that's the case now, Gareth is going to have to change things up a bit. Yeah, he's definitely going to have to change things up, and it might be for the good. It might be for the good. He's now being forced by a baby being born.
Yeah.
You know what? Why wouldn't you come back? But why wouldn't you come back if it's a baby? You've seen the baby.
Yeah, but it could be complicated.
I'm just
there might be complications. Yeah, I'm just assuming. I think that's why you've gone back. I think that's why he's gone back.
Okay. Well, hopefully everything's fine.
He's 100%.
Yeah, I mean, if the baby's born and there's nothing wrong with it,
yeah, then I don't understand why he won't come back.
He or she wrong with it, he or she. Then,
but if there's complications,
norms, they.
Yeah, they. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Let's
get politically correct now, JP.
he or she, mate. He or she. Let's do it. He or she, mate. It's the conservatives tell you, mate. You signed the gender up, bro. He or she.
Moving along swiftly.
That, you know, it gets us in trouble now. Even in the schools, they say that if once someone identifies something as a teacher, you can't say him. No, I don't identify as that, sir. Or miss.
Yeah, look after JP. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Apparently, the Conservatives have taken that out.
Have they?
Yeah, children can't just identify.
Right.
I don't know why we're going down this route, by the way, on the show. But a child can't assign their own identity, which is the right thing.
Yeah. He gets that abandon it. Yeah, I agree.
We need to take back control, but anyway, that's besides the point. Besides the point, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's spiritual, isn't it? Goodness. Yeah.
But so if that is the case, if Foden doesn't come back, then he's gonna have to actually be forced to probably play a proper left-sided, to attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then, as you say, Jay, play Jude in that number 10 role.
Yeah,
and hopefully, because you can see the frustration on Harry Kane where he's not receiving the ball. And as I say, he's having to come deep. And then even when there's been a couple of times where they've made misplaced passes, Foden has made misplaced passes. I think just generally the team misplaced passes and that, and it's just like, come on, man! The amount of misplaced passes yesterday, I was like, these guys meant to be world-class players, or you know what I mean? The players that we picked them up to be. And that's why I asked the question. Are these players just overrated?
But with Palmer and somebody like Palmer and Mainu, I think that suits Harry more because he's got people to play off.
Yeah, and they will run off.
And Jude in the 10. Yeah, and Jude's gonna run. Harry drops deep. Jude will drop into that number 9 spot, and then he'll be supported by your wing. So I think it suits him better than what I don't know. I think this was a case of typical Southgate, just not having a clue, man.
So Fabrizio said he's expected back by Sunday. So okay, it looks like Foden's back at the left. But he needs to come on. He needs to get brave and change it up a bit, man, and stop being predictable. And let's just see some proper football, man. I talk about proper football, D. Just quickly want to touch on Brazil. What's going on with Brazil? The Copa America. I haven't been watching the game, but bro, what's going on? You probably been watching the games. I haven't been watching it.
Whenever they play the one, and honestly, it was almost like you got all this talent on the pitch. A bit like England is what it reminded me of. Like, look at the players you got. And it's like nothing was in sync. In the second half, I only watched the second half. They had Marquinhos scored in about the 23rd or 24th minute, and he got disallowed. I think it was a bit of a 50-50, could have gone either way. And then it's almost like that was it. Costa Rica defended really well, don't get me wrong. But it was like chances, man. It was just like no one bought their shooting boots.
They tread play.
Brother, that's a good point. No, I don't.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Jay. I saw that from Ronaldinho.
Oh no, he's watching. He said he was just getting emotional. He said he's going to watch it because he takes the comps. Apparently, he takes the comp tickets from the players.
Right.
All that money, and
the thing is, when you made this statement, people were saying that it's been taken out of context because
because he said
he was doing it for some promotional thing. So he was just saying it. It wasn't really what he's saying, but bro, I think not. And I heard that Neymar, they panned the camera on Neymar, and he had his hands in his head. You know what I mean?
It's frustrating, isn't it?
What's going on, man? This Brazil team, man, ain't what it is. ain't what it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's
it's what a player.
Should have been at United.
Listen,
yeah,
I'm sure Arsenal at one time. Well, listen, every time I hear Wenger, yes, we should have.
Whatever, Wenger.
No, all the time. At the end of the season, we could have got him. We could have got Ronaldo. You know the amount of top players we could have had. Yeah, come down to the training ground. Trial, give them trial. Yaya Toure, we gave him a trial. He ends up at Man City. Oh man, come on, man. Sort it out, mate. Sort it out. But yeah, Brazil.
There's a lot of pressure on Vinny as well, and I think Vinny may be suffering a bit like Jude.
Right.
Way too much football.
Yeah.
And you just got on a plane and gone straight to, you know what I mean, to play this tournament.
Lots of games.
Yeah. Like if you saw the second half, like I said to Jay, I was just like, bro, just go to bed. And I was just like trying to hang in there. It was just like, this is rubbish. And so
We've been there, Dave.
They don't play again. They don't play again till Sunday.
Right.
And they play. Who do they play on Sunday now? Paraguay, I think it is on Sunday.
Is it?
So they got to do better, man. Yeah. When Sunday comes, they got to do better.
How many group games is it?
I think it's a similar format to the Euros, you know.
Right. Okay.
Hold on. Is it Sunday? I'm just looking now. Hold on. Or was it Saturday? No, Saturday. Saturday. Yeah, Paraguay on Saturday. But it's 2:00 in the morning.
Oh boy, that's why.
But you know what? I'll be up because I'll probably get the second half because I work Friday night into Saturday morning. So yeah, but it starts 2:00 our time on Saturday morning. So I'll probably get the second half again of that one. I try not to. Sometimes I'm trying to get it on my phone when I'm driving, but you got to be careful with that. You know, distractions and all that. I say that.
I've really kind of been sort of keeping up to date.
But the thing is, the games are, as you know, the games are late, like these kind of kickoffs and stuff like that.
Early hours of the morning.
World clock, But Brazil was shocking. I think if that goal had stood, maybe they kicked on from there. But it's almost like they got in their feelings when the goal got disallowed. After that, it was tragic. It was like, jeez, man. He made 3 subs. He brought on your guy Martinelli. It was the other one.
Is Gabriel Magalhaes injured still? Is he? Because I've heard he
Magalhaes.
Yeah, was he playing in?
Did he play?
The last time I heard that they had to withdraw him from not withdraw him from the complete squad. I think rest him because I think he picked up I think he's carrying I can't remember what injury. He's carrying an injury. I don't know if it's a shoulder injury. I can't remember. There's an injury that he's carrying, and I think he's sort of come back.
Yeah, JP Fred isn't there either.
He isn't there.
He's not there now. But I'll tell you who's been on good form that didn't get on. Andreas Pereira didn't get a kick. And for me, he only used 3 of his. He brought on Endrick, he brought on Savio, and he brought on your guy Martinelli, man. And I just thought, use all 5 of your subs, bro, because what's out there right now is not working. So I think Pereira should have got a look in.
Wait, when did Brazil play? When did they play?
They played on what day was that? Yesterday. Well, early hours. So it would have been what are we now? Wednesday. So it would have been Monday, early hours of Tuesday morning. Sorry, that's why I'm confused. Yeah. So like a 2:00 kickoff. But Costa Rica, second half, they defended for their lives, man. So and the goalkeeper made some good saves, to be fair. But you just wanted some clinicalness. And I thought, when he brought on Endricks, I thought Endricks might change this here. But then that's just a lot of pressure on Endricks to come in and carry Brazil to the first win. It was just... And even the coach, like, it even... I
heard that he's under a bit of pressure as well.
Yeah.
I think Gabriel Magalhaes, he was on the bench. By looking at the lineup, I think he was on the bench. I think he's carrying a knock or something like that. Yeah. Something that's happening with it, but I'm not too sure what it is exactly.
Oh, you're a defender, yes, Norm.
Yeah. He's carrying a knock. But listen, you carry on watching the Copa America and let us know. Jamaica are in it as well. They lost 1-0 to Mexico. But I heard they played really well in that game.
Every time I see it, we're playing Mexico.
It's fun, isn't it? But you know what? As well, I was hearing that Mason might go and play for Jamaica.
Which Mason?
Mason Greenwood.
Yeah. I was hearing that. Yeah. But I've never really seen a picture of his dad. It's always been about his mum. So I was like, okay, you know what I mean. So his dad
the connection doesn't. The connections don't have to be that strong in football.
That's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Look at Smith Rowe. Yeah, his granddad is Jamaican.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Yeah.
Jamaican?
No. You're talking.
No, he's not Jamaican.
No, that's Cole Palmer, isn't it? The Cole Palmer's dad's Jamaican.
Cole Palmer.
Yeah,
he's not Jamaican. He's not Jamaican. He's not Jamaican. I can't.
He's not Jamaican.
Caribbean.
Smith Rowe's got.
Oh, I think it's St. Kitts. I think it's St. Kitts.
He might be
granddad.
St. Kitts.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Either St. Kitts or Grenadian, something like that. Or Grenadian. Yeah. But yeah. They brought on Hendricks. Like Hendricks was going to take him to the promised land, and I was just
there's a couple of players. I mean, in the Jamaican squad, you've got Antonio up front. You've got Damari Gray, who used to play for Everton. Pinnock.
Oh yeah, Pinnock from Brentford.
From Brentford.
Brentford, yeah.
Who they got on the bench?
They're playing Ecuador today, Norm.
Yeah, what's that guy who plays for what's his name? He plays for. I don't think he's on there. I'm just looking. He's not on there. He plays for Fulham. What's the guy that plays for Fulham? The winger.
Oh,
what's his name? He plays for Fulham. He's the left side.
Not Gray. No.
Fulham.
He's not there anymore. Fulham. Sorry.
Yeah, he's Jamaican. What's his name?
I can't think of Fulham's wingers.
What's the geezer's name?
Well, let me see this Copa America.
Who wins that fight, guys? Joshua Dubois. You don't care, do you?
I'll watch it. I'm not gonna lie. I'll watch it. I ain't paying for it, but I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Daniel Dubois. That has to be Anthony, doesn't it? If he wants a unified team, it's got to be Joshua, isn't it?
Probably Joshua.
Yeah. But I think they're the face-off today, so I think.
This was about that they had to surrender back, didn't they? The IBF one.
Yeah, that's right. Because the guy, what's his name? The one that beat what's the name the other day?
The Gypsy King.
Yeah.
One that beat the Gypsy King. Yeah.
Oh, Usyk.
Yeah, Usyk. That's it.
Yeah, to surrender.
AJ inside 5 to 6 rounds.
Yeah, because
what's that guy that plays for Fulham? What's the guy that plays for Fulham? Left side. He plays as a left-sided winger.
Jamaica's playing at 11 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I might watch that. What station is that on?
No idea.
Nah, I've been watching it on the team home. You know what I mean?
Okay, on the team.
The team.
I just want to finish off. The last thing I just want to finish off, and this is to do with the PSR, the PSR gate. Now I know Everton, Chelsea, Aston Villa, they're all involved. They're helping each other to get through these PSR. What are your thoughts on this? Obviously, with this profit and sustainability rule thing, as you know, they can only make losses over a 3-year period of 105 mil. Right now, Everton need to sell players. Right, they need to sell players because right now, I can't remember what they were saying, but they're well over it. So they need to by Sunday. Is it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. They need to sell one of their top players. I know Calvert-Lewin. There's talk about Man United looking at Calvert-Lewin. Don't know how true that is. I know Newcastle kind of was looking at him.
Can't stay fit, no.
Yeah,
he can't stay fit, can he?
Yeah. But the Newcastle needs to sell some of their assets. Obviously Everton definitely because they just can't afford. I think Chelsea, Ez will know this. Obviously, they seem to have got around it, and they done that deal between Maatsen for 37 mil, selling them to Aston Villa, and then Aston Villa then sell their player to Chelsea for 19 mil. You know what I mean?
But you know what, though?
Is
you know
is,
what?
is it wrong? Is it wrong? Is it right what they're doing? But you know what I mean? I feel sorry for these academy players because now they're just being used as I say, like
as pawns,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
But this is the thing, right? If City can bat off 115 charges for all this period, then why can't other teams find loopholes to get themselves out of the jam? You can't really blame them. You can't look at it and say, well, that's a bit sneaky, that's a bit underhanded. No, they're in survival mode. And they're not trying to start the season with point deductions. Otherwise, that's a tough season before you kick a football. So I actually don't blame them that they're all trying to get their ducks in some kind of order before the 30th.
Right, yeah, because the 30th, obviously, that day is where they've got to show their books. And so they got so like someone like that guy that's going to Chelsea. What's his name? Amari Kellerman, right, for 19 mil. Yeah, that's pure profit. So that's it, because he's an academy player, and that's it. That's 19 million. No, you know, they don't owe anybody nothing. It's literally straight profit. So that's how they're going to have to balance their books. So, you know, I mean, it looks like between Chelsea and Aston Villa, I don't know whether Everton and Newcastle will try and do a thing. But then maybe Man United could help out Everton with a Braithwaite deal.
Yeah, well, that's
if they're prepared to, you know.
Yeah,
well, that's it, because what are they saying for Braithwaite? They're still talking about this 70 million.
Yeah.
Are they not sort of looking to drop their price or nothing? What are Man United looking to pay? What do they want to pay?
Because I thought we were at about 50, Jay, right, or thereabouts.
I think it's less than that. I thought it was 50 million euro. It might be 50 million euros.
Million euro, yeah.
That's about right.
He's 21.
Yeah.
He's 21. He didn't. I think if he had made the England squad for the Euros, then I think it puts a bit more clout on the sale. But he got cut from that, and he hasn't won anything, no. I'm not paying 70 million for a kid that hasn't won anything. You know, because I think otherwise we go back to being that old club again where it just screams. It screams Harry Maguire to me again. I was like, no, let's not do that.
I don't think they're doing it. This is what I was saying in the chat. I don't necessarily think they're not doing anything. You know, we were talking about them potentially.
Yeah.
Nothing's happened. I wouldn't say, because you see there's lots of things happening at the same time. Whereas normally Man United can only talk about one transfer at a time.
Yeah.
Whereas there's lots of things happening, but it's like I do honestly think it's difficult unless you're Chelsea who just sign players anyway because they feel like it.
I think I was saying to you though, Jay, that the players that haven't gone to the tournaments, either Copper or that you want to move on, try and move them on.
Yeah,
try and move them on.
It's like Arsenal. We need to move on players like Nketiah.
But if you're doing business with sometimes, you know, that's about interest from other teams as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
If those other teams aren't prepared to, you know, you've got executives at these tournaments and doing all sorts. Plus, I do also feel like almost sometimes it's better to buy first, sell second.
Really?
Because you buy your positions, and because then, you know, let's say, you know, when you sell a player for £100 million or whatever it is. But everyone says, "Oh, you got 100 million burning a hole in your pocket."
Yeah,
but that's not the case for us, though. Everyone knows that we're not going to get. I think the only two where I think we make good money, Jay, is maybe Jaden and maybe Kassem. No, I don't even think Green was going to be huge money. Like I have to think it's going to be.
It's going to be a good 30 million, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, but 30 million compared to, we just sold him for 90 to Real Madrid or something like that. I would love Real Madrid to come in for Mason and offer us 50 mil for him. That would be nice. I mean, that's just dreaming, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you sold Mason Greenwood for 30 million, that pure profit.
Yeah. So
there's 30 mil there. Sancho, all right, you you're not going to recoup that money that you spent.
Yeah. So, I mean, Sancho, you're looking at what, Jay? 45?
40, 45?
I don't think they're going that. I think they want 40 million for him. I wouldn't take any less than what the value I've put on them. And I'm not giving Dortmund a discount because they didn't give us one.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you look at Mason as well, if Mason's not sold within the next 2 weeks, he's back at Carrington, you know, for preseason training. Yeah, so that's an interesting thing as well. Yeah. Like, do you tell him that he can't come back to Carrington to train while he's under contract? It's a mad one. There's a lot of silly balls still in the air that I say, ooh.
I don't think they bring him back. I don't actually think they bring him back.
What, you think to make him train on his own somewhere?
Probably.
They got to try and make. Yeah.
If he's in Spain, I don't think Mason wants to come back. Now he's experienced.
No, he doesn't. No, that's what I'm hearing.
He's experienced living away from this craziness.
Foolishness.
Okay, so he was playing for what's the club?
Getafe.
Getafe, yeah.
But Getafe can't really afford him. So the other clubs that he's been linked with was I can't remember if it was
Juventus, Lazio.
Right. So
Lazio and someone else.
What kind of Juventus saying any kind of? I know Juventus, they like to buy cheap, but they love to sell. They love to sell expensive, but they want to buy cheap. Okay, exactly. They love a free. They definitely love a free.
Yeah, I'm glad we got him. Yeah, I am glad that we got him to sign the extension, JP. You know what I mean? That way, we make a bit of money off him. You know what I mean? Yeah. If Mason had gone for a free, I'd have been fuming because I think that'd have been shocking business, regardless of the circumstances. He's still a very talented footballer. Let him go and cook over there and live his life differently.
He solves our problem on the right hand side, but I understand you're not going to bring him back. Yeah. So I get all of that. I'm just saying, as a footballer, he solves the problem on the right.
But JP, deep down, you know, the Jim wants to bring him back deep down. You know, let's not get
what small
Mason. Yeah, I think deep down, Sir Jim, because he hasn't talked negative about him at all. And I think deep down, you want to bring him back, but you know the backlash. And then what he said,
Portugal losing.
And then what he said about the women's team. Portugal losing, you know, seeing. But what he said about the women's team as well. Yeah, I haven't really had time to even engage in that yet. I said,
that's a little bit
easy.
Because the problem with us, you know, we've just lost Mary Epps or whatever her name is.
Epps. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
she's the best female goalkeeper in the game right now. Well, especially in England for English football. Yeah. She's gone crazy. We lost one of our strikers who's got not midfielders. I don't know what position she played, but she scored 2 goals in the cup final. The Spanish girl, she's gone.
Yeah,
contract.
So I'm saying, if you're not paying attention to the women's team, they will.
Well, they're not. They're not paying attention.
Last season, he said it.
He did.
Last season, we lost our best player to Arsenal. This season, we lost our best player to Paris Saint-Germain. So 2 years in a row, and they're not investing in the women. They make all these promises to the women's team in the old regime.
Are they moving them into the porter cabins or something? That said something about
they had porter cabins. Well, they sorted it out now. They built them a building now. Built a building.
But it's always a strange one because with the Mason situation, they were saying that a lot of that was down to the women's team, where they felt, well, no, we saw what we saw, whether it was doctored, whether they were role playing, whether that's how they get down or whatever. But what, you know, once you see what you see, it doesn't look good on the eyes, even if that is their thing. You know what I mean? But I think talent wise, it just shows you how naive he was socially to put himself in that position anyway. And it's something that these guys do. They live on their phones and do the madness.
Do you know, there's obviously something with him anyway, because you remember him and Foden.
Yeah, it's not the first time.
No, remember him and Foden got done in the England side for having girls in their room.
Yes, yeah. I remember he was the one that got exercised.
Both of them got kicked out of the camp. Both of them got kicked out of the camp. But there's clearly something happened there, because he never got back in, ever.
No, ever. Yeah, exactly.
Foden was in. He was still scoring goals. He still doing, and he would not get back in. And they kept saying, making this statement, oh, Gareth has got an agreement about what. So there was obviously something they didn't tell you that happened in that camp.
Yeah.
And they weren't, and they clearly weren't comfortable with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's always had a thing for the, as Umar put it, the snow bunnies. he's always had a thing for that. You know what I mean? So, because if you look at his girlfriends, have always had that kind of Scandinavian looking kind of. No, you know what I mean. That's just his type. Mason is a weird youth. He is a weird youth. Let's not pretend. But he's not the only weird youth. He's just the one that got exposed. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember one of my nephews sent me something, right? And when I watched it, I said, "Neff, delete that from your phone, Bridget."
Yeah, incriminate.
Yeah. I just thought you need to know this. What these mans are on. These players are on a wild thing. Some hotel in Mayfair. And it was horrendous. It was like, what? I don't even know how he even got that or who leaked that video. I said, brother, just delete that off your phone. Don't let Babylon knock your door saying that you're the one sending these, sending them on. I just looked at it and went, whoa, yeah. Let me delete that. I said, this is wild. So Mason just got caught. He's not the only one in that crazy, weird lifestyle.
Yeah. Just on that note, guys, when you got some time, watch on Netflix The Footballer's Fraudster.
Right. Okay.
It's quite deep. It's a true story, and it talks about Henry's wife is in it and stuff like that.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And there's another one. There's another one on there. I can't remember what it's called, and it's about J. Lloyd Samuel.
Oh,
and
listen, I watched that one. Is that the one where Is that the one where he died?
He dies in a car crash. Yeah. But there's talk that is he dead? Like there's all this.
Man, honestly, no one. That's the thing because they're trying to basically say that they're basically trying to say that.
His sister.
Yeah, they're still campaigning that. They're still now up to now.
And his wife, or his second wife.
Yep.
Don't believe that the man had a whole secret life. Trust me.
But he moved to where did he move to?
Iran.
Yeah.
Is it?
So he moved to Iran, got married to this woman, and it's only when by chance, isn't it? She came over.
When he died. Yes, when he died.
Yeah, when he died.
And she just turned up.
His English wife found out when he died, but the Iranian wife knew. Because remember the Iranian wife met her in Dubai.
That's right.
Wow.
Anyway, you got
that one was bad. I watched that one.
It's called The Wife, the Footballer, the Wife, or the something. It's called that one.
Is that Netflix again, or JP?
Yeah, Netflix again. It's about J. Lloyd Samuel. It's a good watch. They're both just one. They're both just like an hour or so.
Yeah. But kind of deep. He does kind of get deep. He does kind of get deep. But it's crazy. Your stadium. What's the stadium going to be called, Jay?
Snapdragon.
It's going to be the same Bank of America.
Are they?
That's who they've had talks with. That's
the
who
Bank
they've
of
had
America
talks.
Stadium, you know. So these guys, they don't miss a trick, you know.
What kind of money are we talking? Because like they in terms of
this is big money, man. This is big money because this is global now, isn't it? This is going all around the world.
So is this knocking down a stadium and a state-of-the-art stadium, or is it a refurb? I'm hearing.
I think it'll be both. I think it does. I think it's whatever they do to the stadium, they're looking to generate money. So whether they refurbish the stadium or they build a new stadium, they're looking to support.
What would you prefer?
We've got. I think I'm with Sir Jim. I'd prefer a new stadium.
Yeah, same answer. Yeah.
All right, but I'm not. Again, I saw a poll on one of the
Bank of America Stadium, you know.
I saw a poll on one of the YouTube state. I think it might have been United Stand on their Twitter account. They had a poll.
Yeah.
And they had over 100,000
votes.
No, there wasn't that much. There wasn't that much votes, actually. It wasn't that much. But let's say, I think it was about 20,000 votes or something like that. Over 70% of the people said they don't want to change the name. Yeah, and I knew there'd be fans that are sentimental. Like,
that's a bit like the
who cares?
What they call the stadium?
It used to be called the St.
James Park, but now they called it.
It was called at one point it was called the sportsdirect.com.
That's right.
Arena,
Now it's called.
It's got a name. I don't even know what the name is now.
See, I still know it's St. James Park. I can't remember what it's called.
No, that's my point, though, Norms.
Yeah,
and that's my point. Especially if it's the old stadium. You can call it the Bank of America Old Trafford or Bank of America Stadium.
Arena.
We'll still say
Old
they're
Trafford.
playing at Old Team.
Yeah, we're going Old Trafford today. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll still call it that.
Stadium. What's that stadium called? That's going to bug me now.
Talk all that in one, Norm. Talk all that as well, Norm. I went into Sports Direct today. I said to Sports Direct. I was looking. I'm shamefully looking for an Arsenal top for my niece.
Yeah.
And your new kit is out. I had to look at it twice. I actually asked the brother, "Is this the new kit for the season?" He said, "Yeah."
What the home kit? The home kit.
The home kit. It's different, man.
So you've got the white with the
the
blue shirt. I mean, some people are kind of.
I was a little bit.
Is it Adidas?
Adidas.
Yeah.
I think the same as
us.
Yeah. He said they haven't done the away shirt yet, but that's the home shirt. And he said that they were saying that the ours hasn't been released yet, Jay. That's the guy. He said that hasn't been released.
The home kit comes out on the first of July.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Well, they can't do it until the contract ends with whoever the sponsor is now.
Team Viewer.
Yeah, until the contract ends with Team Viewer, they can't.
You know what?
Arsenal 1st of July.
Sorry, you know what? I think when the new owners took over Newcastle, I think they put it. I wonder if it reverted back to St James Park.
Yeah, because it was my guy that called it.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
sports. Mark Ashley. Remember, he owned it. Remember, he owns Sports Direct. So
that's right. That's right.
Yeah. SportsDirect.com arena. I think he owns House of Fraser now as well.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm just going to go onto the Arsenal website, Norman, and order it from there, and just get a name put on the back.
I tried to order the Jamaican one, the Jamaican training kit and stuff, but it was sold out. Couldn't get it off the Adidas website. I liked it,
but it's like the Brazil tops, man. The new kit and one of the training tops. One of the training tops is raging. Can't find it anywhere, man. The players they're coming onto the pitch in it. It's like the warm-up top. And I've been looking on every website. I want to hold that top. Can't find it anywhere, man. It's like gold.
It's Ian Wright. I saw his Jamaica one.
Is it?
Yeah, the Jamaica one is nice. Yeah, the Jamaica one is nice. The Jamaica one is nice. Yeah. But listen, people, thank you for staying with us and sticking with us. Next week, Ez got stuck in a he got stuck in an Uber.
You have to get an Uber home.
You have to get an Uber home. So he missed out on his chili experiment.
And he completely forgot to pick up the chilies from Tesco.
We're still here. We're still here, yeah? We're still here, mate. We go again next week, man.
Carolina Reaper,
man. You know the way there, man. I was so looking forward to him sitting in front of all the masses and scoffing that down and boxing back the milk as he does it. But listen, we wait another week. It will be another week. Don't worry, I ain't going anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I would say.
Don't go nowhere.
Sorry, Ronaldo. They got Ronaldo taking free kicks, right?
Really?
His goal ratio, it's terrible.
Terrible on free kicks, yeah. Yeah.
Do you think just before we finish though, Ronaldo, the man is going to be.
I think
he's 30. He's 30. He's 40. Is he 39?
He's 39. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it Euros every 2 years?
Yeah, 4 years. World Cup's in 2 years, isn't it? World Cup's in 2 years.
Right. So okay, do you think he'll be playing in that World Cup?
Apparently he wants to, doesn't he? He wants to.
Yeah, I won't be surprised.
He'd be 41.
I won't be surprised.
He's looking at Pep. Is it Pepe? That's 40.
Oh yeah, Pepe's
Yeah, Pepe. Yeah. So he's looking at Pepe, saying if he can do it, he probably thinks he's in better shape than Pepe. So yeah, he'll want to go to the World Cup. Trust me on that.
Where is this World Cup? In 2026.
Oh wow.
Is that the one that's going to be kind of shared between some of the European countries? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think you could. Where was it last time? Because
it was. Oh God.
Qatar, wasn't it? Was it Qatar?
No, Qatar.
Qatar.
Yes. Qatar. So it will be in Europe.
Right. So it's going to be played across.
Actually, no. It's in United States, Mexico,
and Canada. They changed. Yeah. They're sharing it, aren't they?
Okay.
Yeah, South America,
North
America.
When does it come to Do they?
So that must be 30, isn't it? That must be 2030. So 2030 is in Morocco, Spain, Portugal, Argentina, Uruguay, and Paraguay. So it's in North America. It's in North Africa. Sorry, it's in Spain. It's in South America.
What, the same tournament?
The same tournament.
What's going on there?
That's bare backhanders, isn't it? That's shocking.
What's going on there? Yes, Michelle, what are you saying? Yeah. Ed's got a lucky escape. I know you was sitting there waiting patiently for Ed to nab them chilies. Listen, next week we'll see what happens. Let's see what excuse comes up with next week.
You know what I mean? 10 years from now, just quickly, 10 years from now, 34, it's in Saudi.
Oh, wow.
Saudi have got in on the action.
Okay.
That's an interesting move, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not only that, just the conditions of playing. Proper intense.
Right. So I think it might be the European Championships that's shared.
That's what I was thinking.
I think it might be the next European Championships.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's shared. 2028 European Championship. Where's that? Yeah, so it's in the United Kingdom and Ireland.
Okay.
What year? 20 what?
2028. So it'll be England, Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland, Scotland.
I thought, I knew there was. I knew that.
Wales. So they'll cherry pick all the bigger stadiums, won't they? Hampden Park. Maybe the new Old Trafford by there, JP.
No, there's no Old Trafford's not. Remember, D. Old Trafford. They had to announce the venues.
Yes, they did
early this year.
I don't even think. Do you know what? I don't even think
Old
Emirates
Trafford
is in there.
Selected.
I don't think Emirates was selected either.
Emirates is not. It's the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Tottenham, the Spurs one.
So
Spurs and Wembley. Wembley and Spurs.
Spurs, Wembley, Manchester City.
Oh yes,
Manchester City. Jay, what you got to say about that?
The empty had. At least it'll be full.
It'll be full.
It'll be full.
With legit tickets.
Everton's new stadium, St James's Park, Villa Park.
Is it?
But Jay, you know what
Belfast,
though, Jay?
Hampden. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's in 20.
And in Cardiff, right?
2028.
Cardiff, Hampden.
Yeah.
Millennium Stadium, and in Dublin as well.
2028. We could be using a We could be using Etihad, and they could be in the 3rd division.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Could you imagine? Wow.
We could be using the Etihad, mate.
We still haven't heard the results from this last thing. They sued them, so that's another thing.
Right? Yeah.
They say you might not.
Okay.
Well, you remember I was telling you that Big Steve was on one of these sit-down overlap shows, and he was saying, "Don't be surprised if all you man have to beg me pardon when we avoid all these 15 charges." And I thought, what does he know talking like that with chess on a program that is quite popular now? That's what he was saying.
He don't know nothing.
Talking with chess like he
I know he's quite in there with City.
He
does a little bit of work.
He goes all over the world, whenever he goes. He does travel.
I'm gonna have to go and watch this election debate, man.
Oh, listen. What time does that start?
I think it starts.
See Rishi Sunak doing his madness.
Listen,
guys. Make sure that your sons are ready for national service as well. Yeah.
Well, do you know what I'm saying?
That's wild, isn't it?
Do you know what I'm saying, man?
Man said we have to freeze your bank accounts if you don't join up.
Is it?
Something to that effect.
Well, the thing is, he ain't gonna win anyway. So
he ain't gonna win. He ain't gonna win, man. It's Starmer.
If he wins that,
Keir Starmer, the Arsenal fan. Yeah, Keir Starmer, the Arsenal fan. Arsenal fan rules the world.
Is he?
He's a knobhead. That's why. He's a right idiot too. Before we go,
You ain't getting my vote now for sure.
I can't. But you know me, man. I ain't voting for no Arsenal, man. I'd rather vote for the Southampton supporter.
Hey, listen, brother. Listen. Your famous manager, right? Your famous manager, Alex Ferguson, was a staunch Labour Party man. Yeah.
Yeah. Massively so. Massively so. But I think he probably still is. To be fair.
Yeah.
But Gary Neville. Gary Neville. Have you seen the Labour Party political broadcast?
No, do you know what, Jay? I've not. I'll tell you this now.
Yes,
I've not followed the election at all.
I follow it all.
I enjoy politics. I've never had so many letters with Darian Sheena on, like, you know me. This is nonsense. I'm up on letter going, "Dear Darian Sheena, wait, what? Who's this? Oh, this is the Labour. Get out of here, man." Normally it used to be just to the resident of the property. Now they're putting your name on there, boy.
Yeah, they're putting your name. But listen, the Labour Party political broadcast is Gary Neville and Keir Starmer.
Is it?
Basically.
Oh, okay.
Basically, they done an overlap, right?
Yeah.
Conversation for about 40 minutes. And they basically clipped up that and made it their party political broadcast.
Wow. Who knew, man? That's wild.
You know what? One of the things, right? I remember when we was younger, and I remember when general elections used to come around.
Yeah.
We all knew about it because everywhere you went, you could tell who was Conservative and who was Labour and who was Lib Dem.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, there's the old placard in the front of the house. You don't really see that much now.
People are scared to do it now, I think.
I'm looking at one right now. The woman over the road, she don't mess about, mate. She's hard.
Yeah.
Hardcore. Yeah, I just not being into it, guys. I've just not being into it at all.
I've struggled since I've come back to the country, to be honest with you. Since I come back, I've struggled with all of it.
It's all foolishness.
Because I came back in Brexit. And everyone's like, what are you two doing? Why would you come home in Brexit? Like we had a choice, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just one of them, isn't it? I said, listen, it is what it is, man.
I don't even know. I don't even know if I'm voting. I tell you that because it's just the same. They all say the same thing, man. I just can't be bothered. I really cannot be bothered. Yeah. I want what they call. I was talking to some guy years ago. What did he say? He wants common sense. What did he say? Common sense. He wants a party that just gives you common sense, not just a load of waffle.
I don't know who that is, mate.
No, it was like one of these offshoot guys. I remember when the general election was on, and he was part of this party called Common Sense, whatever. As a matter of fact, what he was saying did make a lot of sense. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? But I've stopped voting. I know people say you should vote because blah blah this, blah blah that. But
my dad when he was alive, he always said to me, "Yeah, make sure you vote." You know.
Yeah, man. I always do.
Yeah. And ours is literally up the street because we're on Church Lane. So our church hall is the voting place.
So Jay, are you of the blue persuasion?
Me? Oh, JP?
To be honest with me, I'm not a party man.
Right.
So
you're an MP man. You're an MP man.
I'm more of a like, what's the policies of this leader? I can sway.
Yeah.
Right.
So if it works for you. So now
it's not just about me. I don't just think about me. I think about people around me, my family, and all that sort of stuff.
The community.
But to be honest with you, they're all a job. Right now you're voting for the best of a bad bunch.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part of where we are at the moment.
Yeah, as a country. Yeah, it's very
it's
sketchy.
It's the same in America, but as well, you're voting for the best.
This is what I would say about America. Like some of our persons that have, over the years become very wealthy. Black folks, man, they protecting their tax dollars. They voting conservative over there, boy. Conservative over there, which is like
Republican.
Yeah. Because they say that Republicans are the ones that protect their tax dollars. So when they're self-employed and having their accountant, I'm not going to say cook the books, but do the books favorably, they're saying, listen, these are the benefits we get by voting Republican. So when you see all these black Republicans suited and booted, you're like, yo, okay. I can't judge it because I don't live there now. But when I lived there, I saw it, and they would say, yeah. Like I said, I don't get a vote. I'm a foreign national, but then they said, listen, man, we are voting Republican because we need our business to survive in America, and they protect their tax dollars. Yeah, so it's interesting for sure. Yeah.
Biden or Trump? Biden or Trump?
You see, there's
Sleepy Joe, you know.
But sometimes you also got to think about like what are their policies. That's how I look at it. Like what are the things what do they believe in? Right? What do you believe in?
Yeah, if it lines up.
And then what do they? And sometimes the guy you don't like actually has a closer has a closer alignment to some of the things you believe in, and you believe is important for you, your family, the way your children are educated.
It might not necessarily be the whole.
This is a problem.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, may the best man win. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and share if you do. We're out here. Take care.
Take care, guys.
Peace out.